Okay guys, so we got everything that's fully operational here so far. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of the programming of the system. So I'm going to go ahead and you hit your menu button, and the first thing we want to do is we want to set the date and the time. So you hit your menu button and then you're going to scroll down. The first one says circuits, lights, heat, delay cancel, schedules, settings. We're going to go into our settings and press select, and then there it's going to show clock. Hopefully you guys can see it's very sunny on this side of the panel. I'm going to try to do my best and I hope it comes out. So we're going to set up our clock. We're going to scroll over, date and the time, and we're going to scroll down. We're actually going to press select. It's January, and then you select your date, 17, and then scroll up and down for your selection, and then press select over, set your day. Today's Sunday. Yes, I'm working on a Sunday. And then you set your time, your hour, your minutes, and then your AM or PM time, whatever time it is that you're setting this up. And we're going to go back. Now we're going to select, we do have an IntelliFlow, so we're going to select over, and then you want to name your pump. We only have one pump, so we're going to name that. Okay, and then here is where and then it showed me this type will configure, it will do default. No. Okay, so here it's going to show you, you're going to be able to select it. If you have it'll say none, it'll start at none, then it goes to VS, VSF, VF. So we have a VST. Again, I'm not 100% positive on all this Pentair stuff. This is my first system coming in, but I think I'm just going to select the regular VS, and then we're going to select over. Then we're going to come back. Then here is where we're going to select our list. We're going to do our priming first. Our priming time, we're going to say, I think normal is about 3 minutes, between 2 and 3 minutes. We'll just leave it at 3 minutes. And then our priming speed. So once you select it, press over, and our priming speed, we're going to come all the way up to at least, I'm going to set it to about 2400 RPMs. Get this pool flowing, get it up and running. Okay, select over, and then once you do that, you press your menu or back button, and then your speeds, select over, pump 1, circuit, first speed, press select, the RPMs, and then you just go through how you want it. I'm going to start ours. Ours is a very large pool. We have about like a 35,000 gallon pool here in Spa that we have. We're going to come up to probably about the same thing. We'll leave it at 2400, starting off on our first speed. We want to ensure that we do have a vacuum cleaner on the line, so we want that to be able to run and clean at all hours. 2400, select over, circuit, just going through and make sure that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, so 2. Pool. So we'll leave it on pool for the filter pump. Okay, and then now we're going to go down. It's going to go back to the up. We'll scroll up for our second speed, press select, and then I kind of do like an ascending from mid-morning, from morning time through the afternoon time and all the way down to the evening. So we kind of like start at 2400 and we're going to raise it all the way up and then we're going to peak back down. I'm going to raise the RPM up to probably, let's say about 2,900 RPMs. Just hold that down and it goes really fast. Okay, and then select over circuit, and we'll select pool. Okay, select, press up. Our third speed, select. So we're gonna probably be set it at like 3,300 RPMs. Actually, I know I should be doing this on 4, 5, and 6. I think I'm gonna switch that over, guys. Let's see. Let's just we'll set it like this, and later on, if I want to change it, I'll change it. Because typically, when I have a pump that's it runs offline, and it just runs from the drive of the pump, I put the actual programs on. All right, guys, sorry about that. My phone was in the sun and it kind of overheated. So I'm gonna try to pick up where I last left off. We went through the clock. We'll go back. I think we were on the IntelliFlow with the pump, and we were doing the speeds, right? So we've already set up all the different speeds, and I think the last thing I left off is once we actually go to the schedules, then we can align the schedules, I think, for the different settings that we have. So we only set up 4 speeds right now. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go back. We've already set up a primary and the status. So we're gonna come back in the IntelliCore. Okay, we enabled it, yes. We set up our pool mode to be at 50% for now, and our spa at 5%. Okay, and come down super chlorinate off. And then you can set the run times whenever you do that. Let's see. 72. See, once you do it, once you set the hours, it's gonna turn on. So in Telechem, we don't have one. UltraTemp ETI, we enabled it. Okay, in the settings. I think this temperature is probably like a difference of temperature versus the water and the actual temperature that the heat pump is doing. I think that's what that is. So we're not really gonna mess with that at this time. So we're gonna go back. So we enabled that we have an UltraTemp heat pump. Okay, so we're gonna go back. Heat pump communication. Go into your settings. We enabled that we have a heat pump communication. That's that wire that we connected. And then we have ours is a heating, but not a cooling. So we kept cooling as no. Okay. Now we're gonna keep scrolling down. And I was doing all this. I didn't know that my actual phone got overheated, so I already went through all these, but I'll just run through them so that you guys can see what I did. So we have, first one is the spa. Okay, it's on spa. And then pool is on pool. And then here's where you can actually name the circuit. So when you look on your mobile device, you'll be able to see what circuit that is. So auxiliary 1, we named it as pool lights, or whatever relay or whatever circuit you wire to auxiliary 1, which is our 1 function over here that I am pointing at. So we only have 4 functions here. Okay, so we connected our pool lights, or will be connecting our pool lights to auxiliary 1, so we named it auxiliary 1. Okay, and if you go 4 to our auxiliary 2, we have our air blower there. Okay, and so if you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you can go through this and name each one of the auxiliaries that you have. Okay, so we've done that. And scroll down, circuit functions, I think we went through that. We want to make sure that freeze is on spa. Okay, yes, just in case we're running our spa, sorry. And then our pool is freeze protect. And then the pool lights, no, we don't need a freeze protect for that. The air blower, we don't need a freeze protect for that. We don't have auxiliary 3, 4, 5, all that. So however many you go through, you can set the circuit functions and what they possibly can do. And then there goes your custom names. If you wanted username, you can custom name whatever username that you set it for. So we won't be going through that as it's not needed for us at this time. So we're going to be going back. Valves. These valves are if you remember on the back of the board where we installed the intake and the return line of our automatic our automatic actuator valves. There was 2 more on the side that said A and B. That's if you have a 3rd actuator valve or 4th actuator valve, possibly opening up a cleaner line or whatever. This is where you can name the function by scrolling up. Let's say you can set it to whatever you need that function to work at. So since we have nothing connected there, we're gonna make sure it says none. Okay, 2-speed. We don't have a 2-speed. We don't have a solar, even if you go in, since you see it says used heat pump. So it already knows. Delays, I don't like having any cool downs or any valves having delays for them to operate. If I want the pool to turn off when I need it to turn off, I don't want to wait an extra 3 to 5 minutes for a cool down period per se. So we're going to keep scrolling down. Going back. English, yes, it's already at the metric of English. And then all this other stuff, quick touch, calibration, if you needed to calibrate the temperature of the air or the water versus what it is, you can help calibrate the unit a little bit better. And then if you want a password, here's where we'll be coming in. So it could be when we finish setting up our wireless, this is the spot where you're going to be coming into. Since it didn't find it, we got to go back because we're not set up for it yet. And then we're back at the clock. So that's that part right there. Then we come into, I think this is where our schedules are. Okay, and if we scroll in, go to pool, that says none, and here is where you can set up a new and go through and then say yes, and then see here is where you can start to set it up Sunday through Saturday, basically 7 days a week, start at 8 a.m. and here's where you can start breaking everything down for the different speeds that you've already set up. So let's try to see if we can go through this. Okay, our first one, schedule. We want it on the schedule. See, I think this is, this is where we can set it up. Schedule, egg timer, or once only. We're just gonna do, we're gonna set it up as schedule. And we'll start it at 8 a.m. And we'll remember our first schedule, we had it at 2,400 RPMs. So this pool typically is gonna be running on a 12-hour 12-hour cycle every single day. So 8, 10, 11, 12. So we'll run this probably about till 11 a.m. or 11:30 a.m. Okay. This is the way I just set up my pumps. Okay, and we want it to be like that. Okay, so then has 1. Okay. Now 2. Now we're gonna start it from that 11:30, and for the second, let me see. I think. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Schedule. 11:30. We'll set that to 2:30. So that second speed will be from 2 to 2:30. Okay, and Monday through Friday, or 7 days a week actually. Three. Okay. Select schedule. So we're going to go to 2:30. And we'll go to 6 p.m. Now we'll go to 6 p.m. If I have an error here, I can always come back in, or you can always come back and change it later on. And then we'll run it to about 8:30 at night. And then this one will leave. None for 5. None for 6. Since we don't have anything, I don't want anything else there. None for 7. None for 8. And none for 9. Okay, so then our pool lights, go back, put our pool lights, and you can set it up. Yes, new one schedule. Okay, and then typically whatever time the nightfall comes, let's say right about now it's about 6:30 at night. It's getting dark. I have to turn on at 6:30 p.m. every day, and probably till, let's say, 11:30 at night. Okay. Air blower, I'll let that be, and then you can keep going down all the schedule of however many auxiliaries you have. Okay, guys. All right, so that's the schedules, settings. We already went through that. Spa side, we don't have a spa side, so we're gonna come in. We're gonna select off. Diagnostics. That's if you need some type of diagnostics, and then here goes your filter circuits. I don't think we need none of that. Maybe not. We'll go through that again later on. So let's go down to heat. Let's go into that. Here's where you can set your temperature. Let's say they want it at the pool at 90 degrees. Heat pump. Okay. Heat pump. Okay. Come back. Spa. Come in there. And let's say they want the spa at 102 degrees, let's say, heat pump. There you go, guys. Delay cancel, let's see what that's about. We don't have it in the schedule settings. So that's how you go through all your different, oh, here goes the lights. Modes, let's go through the modes. There's the different modes you can go through manually here, the different kinds that we have. Okay. Put in this little thing above so my phone doesn't. So we'll go back, colors. You select your different colors that you have through your, if you want a specific color. Let's see config, what is that about? Let's see that. I don't know what none of this is, guys. Alright guys, I don't know what that is, okay? Alright, so see here if our pump turns on with the schedule that we just set. Here we go. We got our pool pump running. And that's how you set up the programming of your Pentair EasyTouch automation.